up, everyone? This is SojuTalk, your weekly shot at K-pop. We're coming at you with a super special episode 21, and you should be listening to this around Christmas. Hey! But we're recording this right after our last episode because, you know, Christmas, we're a little busy. Come on. Give us some break. Give us some slack here, right? Yeah. But next week also, we'll have another special episode, episode 22, and that's going to be Warren and our friend Iris having a K-Rap Awards for 2018.
K-hip-hop.
Yeah,
I want to. It's K-hip-hop first of all. It's also episode 21.5. You know, because it's not K-pop per se, but you know.
Okay, but I'm Doug, and of course I was Warren, and we have Anita here also. And today's main topic, not really a main topic, but we are going to have the 2018 SojuTalk Awards. Woo! So yeah, hype. Before we get to giving out some awards, I'm going to give you the dates for the end of the year galas that happen. So on actual Christmas Day, on the 25th, SBS is having Gayo Daejeon. On the 28th, KBS is having Gayo De Chukje. And on 31st, New Year's Eve, we're having Gayo De Jejeon. So these aren't award shows, but these are more like end of the year music festivals. And it's like probably when they have the best performances of the year other than Mama. So go out and watch those. But so this is the 2018 SojuTalk Awards. First time we're ever doing this. We'll see how this goes. We're not as expansive as like the Mamamoo Awards or anything. We ain't giving out like some crazy like viral fan award of the year or like best dance move. No, we ain't doing that. We're just gonna keep it very basic. We only have 5 awards. We have Rookie of the Year, Top Solo Artist, Group Excellency, Song of the Year, and Artist of the Year. And those last 2 categories, Song of the Year and Artist of the Year, are our Daesangs or big awards, the big ones you want. But let's get started. All right, Rookie of the Year. So I think how we'll do this is we'll all go around, announce who we say are winning, and then we're going to talk about it. So we're giving out 1 male and 1 female award. I want to go last because I have a bit of a surprise, but Warren, you go first.
I think my rookie run-up of the year is pretty standard. I didn't see anybody that stand out as male rookies of the year. I do know that both of you guys are going to mention one group. We could talk about it in a second. But my runner-ups were Gongwon Sonya, LOONA, From S9, and the rookie of the year for me goes to IZ*ONE. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Anita, you go. I have a lot to say about Warren's pick, but
well, for me, for male groups, I feel like it was pretty easy because the one that I think stood out the most was Stray Kids as male rookies. And then for female rookies, I was really stuck between 2, but I think overall, like popularity and how they've done consistently over the year, I'm going to give it to G-Idol. Yes.
Okay, first thing, I think Anita's picks are fine. It would be really funny if we went to like a award or watch an award ceremony and they just like, nah, we ain't giving one for guys. That's essentially what Warren did.
Here's the thing. If I had to give one, I'd give it to Stray Kids. I just don't think level Stray Kids. I just don't think the level Stray Kids were at this year was a match for IZ*ONE, if you will.
All right, here's mine. I'm giving the male one to Stray Kids. They had 3 great songs: District 9, My Pace, and I Am You. Now here's everyone prepare yourselves, right? My heart tells me to pick IZ*ONE because I am always one.
You can't.
But I am going with my mind.
No, you can't.
And what I actually think is right, and I'm giving it to G-Idol.
Wow.
Yeah.
They came with so I think this is like a comprehensive award for the year, right?
Yes.
Unfortunately, IZ*ONE came back and they've only been around for 2.5 months, right? Do I think that IZ*ONE is a more popular group than G-Idol? Of course, right? I think based on the record sales and all that, you can make that argument. But if I have to give an award for who was the best rookie of the entire year, I'm giving it to G-Idol. Because they came back with Lata. They started with Latata and came back with Han.
Yeah.
And I think that they really carried the torch for rookie groups, female rookie groups this year.
I agree. I feel like because I was looking at the whole year, I chose them. But in my
Mhm,
hearts of hearts, I also wanted to give it to LOONA, just because I feel like the
mhm.
build up for their debut has been pretty high,
Yep.
and I don't know. I want them to do really well next year.
Like, obviously I'm a humongous Ice1 fan, but if I'm to be objective, I think Judge Idol deserves it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I don't really agree completely with that.
Wow, you didn't even put Judge Idol in your like
Runner-up.
runners up, bro.
Nah, here's the thing, right? Okay. I honestly I could have put them in the runners up. I could have. I totally could have. They definitely deserve it better than like 공원 소녀
But
or
you didn't.
from S9, for example. That's partially because I forgot about them. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh my god.
But I still think I'm still gonna go with IZ*ONE as my pick for like female rookie of the year.
Thank you, fam.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. G Idol, strong year, good songs, great release. Both of them were very solid songs. But was it top enough to be considered rookie of the year? That's where I'm like, I prefer what IZ*ONE did, because IZ*ONE they came out of nowhere. They came out of nowhere with Produce, and then they carried that into La Vie en Rose, which is one of those songs that's it's not a cookie cutter, it's not cliche. At the same time, it's very trendy. It does something that's very difficult for music and K-pop to do, and that's where I'm like really impressed to begin with.
Oh, thanks, fam. Thanks.
You chose
You're basically
G-Idol,
saying
though.
what I want to say in my heart, but I can't. Because I'm a logical guy. But another thing about IZ*ONE news, I forgot to mention in the last podcast. My signed albums were shipped, right?
Oh?
Oh shit.
People are starting to receive them too.
Oh shit.
I helped out a guy on Reddit today, decipher who he got, right? This guy got Sakura, lucky.
Oh damn. Who'd you
Whoa.
get?
And the other, I don't know who I got. I got 2 albums coming, and the other person I saw on Reddit, they got a Joyudi one. I'd be happy with either of those. Frankly.
What if you got a Hyewon one?
Let's not talk about it. But
in my
you know,
oh sorry, go on.
I'll just sum it up real quick. I'm really hyped to get them. I'm pretty sure I should get it before Christmas. Let's go. Okay, go on.
Good shit. In my news. So if you were listening early on in the podcast, like episode like 8 or some shit, I'm not active anymore, but I used to be really active in like the Takahashi Juri fandom that rolled out of Produce. I was the guy who was making memes. One of the memes blew up and made it to the message book that the fans were making to give to Juri. And last week, finally, after months of attempts and trying, she finally got the book, and I'm happy to say she's, it's there now. So I'm just really happy about that.
I had a question for you about that. How was it confirmed that she got it?
She put it on her Instagram story.
Oh,
Ooh.
snap!
Yeah. So,
Awesome,
yeah,
dude.
like, guys.
She knows about you.
It's been a big year for us. You made
Wow.
direct contact. I made direct contact with IZ*ONE, right? It's been a great year.
Yo.
All right, but that's Rookie of the Year. Obviously, it was very heavily weighted towards female groups this year, it seems. And with Bangtan's new group coming out, I'm not Bangtan, Big Hit's new group. But we also got JYP's new girl group. It should be an interesting year for rookies. Well, heavy at the top, I would say. All right, let's move on to our second award, the top solo artist of the year. And we kept this one a little more open. It doesn't necessarily have to be K-pop artists per se. It's more like Korean artists in general. But I'll start. My male solo artist of the year, I'm giving to Roy Kim.
Yeah.
With honorable mentions of Zion T, Seungri, and Mino. Roy Kim, I gave it to him because he had 2 songs that were almost all kills. The second one wasn't all kill, with Only Then and The Hardest Part. And I'm not the biggest Roy Kim fan, but he had a really good year. And then for females, I'm giving it to Heize over people like Chungha, Sunmi, and Jennie. And I think Heize also has really perfected her sound as an artist. I think her most recent song, First Sight, is absolute monster of a song. And she also had the songs Didn't Know Me, and Jenga featuring Geiko, which I feel you should listen to. All right, let's go with Anita. You go next.
Okay, for me, I gave male artist to Zion T.
Really?
Just because I really like this album,
Mhm.
and I don't know, he's been gone for a while, and it's nice to have new stuff from him. And then for female artist, I give it to IU, and I feel like she deserves it, even though she came in like towards the later half of the year, just
Beep,
because.
beep.
Yeah, I feel like she really solidified her dominance as like female artist.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just feel like she deserved it.
This
All
is
right,
really interesting.
Warren.
'Cause I disagree with a lot of that, and I'm gonna explain why now, right? So male solos. Y'all mentioned Roy Kim, Zion T, Seungri, Mino. The only one I could faintly agree with is Roy Kim and Seungri. I personally think Zion T had a horrible year.
What?
Really?
Really
Okay.
disliked this album. So like this is top solo artist, you know, like we're talking about pop art, basically. You know, popular
Yeah.
art, like 대중 예술, you know, like Zion on that level, Zion T's album very lackluster for me. Didn't like it. Mino,
I like it.
yeah, I'm sorry I didn't like it, but I've mentioned this time and time. Mino, I expected something more from him as an artist. Wasn't, you know, up there. Roy Kim, good shit. Just not a fan of that kind of music style.
Yep.
So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to plug in my next episode and give the award to Giriboy. You know, like he I know he's I know he's not mainstream. I know he's not mainstream, but hear me out. He released including end of last December, like the 28th or so. He released two full-length albums, a mini album with 10 tracks, about like 7 different singles, and he worked on all those throughout the year, and he does Show Me the Money, and all of those songs are pretty solid. On that level, as an artist, I'd have to give it to Giriboy, even though I know he's not pop music.
No, I get that.
yeah.
That's a fair argument to make, I would say.
So yeah, if you haven't listened to his shit, I really, really suggest you go check it out. He does a very wide range of music. I'm sure you'll find something you like. And moving on to female, I would have to agree with Doug. I gotta give it to Heize. Damn, like, I kind of fell off the Heize train last year, to be honest.
Me too.
Yeah.
After like the collaboration with Dean and stuff like that, I kind of fell off a bit, but
Same.
I'm really back on.
Yeah, like you mentioned, like those 3 songs, Jenga, Didn't Know Me, and First Sight, I was like, shit, like, especially First Sight. I'm like, damn, we back.
I still feel like she's a little bit underrated in the scene in general. Like, people acknowledge she's good, but she's kind of slept on because people like Sunmi get more of the attention. And I do feel like you could give this to Sunmi just because she's had a good year, right? But when you compare it to where she could be with like a Gashina, it wasn't a tremendous year, right? That's why I felt like I wanted to give this to Heize, because I felt like she hustled this year.
Now, I do know Heize's most popular song came out last year. And the songs that she released this year, well, so far, haven't been as big as last year. The song that came out last summer, I forget what it's called. 비도 오고 그래서. Yeah. So I do feel like I don't completely feel comfortable with giving Heize that award, but you know, I really didn't want to give it to IU. I'm not gonna lie, I really didn't.
Why?
She released one single. Like I'm like, come on, like every year up until now, she's been releasing a full length album, a mini album or two, combination of that, something like that, and then she came out with this one digital single for the whole year. I was like,
I just think she wanted a bit of a break because it's her 10th year this year.
Yeah.
And she's also right now on a big 10th year anniversary concert tour, which if I was anywhere in Asia, oh my goodness, I would have went to this. Because like out of any K-pop concert I could go to, IU's number 1 in my book. That's the number 1 concert I want to go to.
I did forget that she was on her concert tour. So actually that makes sense.
But okay. solo artists. Congratulations to the winners. Let's move on to group excellency. So, in order to talk about more groups, we made two caveats to this. The first one is that we'd have one winner and two like runner-ups, right? And additionally, we will not be giving this group excellency award to the person who we say is going to win the Daesang or the biggest group artist of the year award, because we just want to talk about more artists. So I'll start off. For males, I have my three candidates. I have iKON, 101, and NCT 127. And for me, I gotta give group excellency for males to iKON. They destroyed this year. They had Love Scenario, Rubber Band, Killing Me, Goodbye Road. Absolute bangers. Now, that's not to say 101 and NCT didn't have, they also had tremendous years. 101 had I Promise You, Boomerang, Light Spring Breeze. NCT 127 had Touch, Chain, Regular, Simon Says. All of these three groups had crazy good years. If I could put a fourth group on here, it'd be Monsta X. But I can't.
Right.
But I think alone on the popularity of Love Scenario is enough to just give it to iKON, even without the other songs. All right, moving on. For females, my three winners, I have Twice, Red Velvet, and Mamamoo. And I don't think it'll come as much of a surprise that I think the Group Excellency Award has to go to Twice.
Yep.
This is their song list.
Agree.
Candy Pop, What Is Love, Wake Me Up, Dance the Night Away, BDZ, Yes or Yes, The Best Thing I Ever Did. What the heck?
Need to rest.
They gotta chill.
That's enough songs to cover like 2 to 3 years
Yeah.
for some groups. I said my other one is Red Velvet, Bad Boy, Power Up, Really Bad Boy. I think that's really weighted towards the front half of the year with Bad Boy and Power Up. And then Mamamoo, I thought had a pretty consistently good year. Paint Me, Starry Night, Rainy Season, Egotistic, Windflower. But I think it's obvious that Twice wins that. I think for males it's more competitive, but I'm going to give it to iKON. Okay, Warren, you go.
So I made a last minute change because I forgot about one group for some goddamn reason. I'm embarrassed, but I'm gonna give one very typical runner up, iKON. I think they had a great year, great song. Love Scenario, fucking lit shit. But I would say that's more of a song of the year type of deal than a group of the year type of deal.
Okay.
You know what I mean? The other iKON songs were like, meh, it was alright, you know. The other runner up, this is again my non K-pop, more of indie K-pop side showing. I said I have to give it to Hyukoh. They're a band, so it's not really a group, but like their album 24 this year was it's by far their best album in a long time. Yeah, so it was fucking lit. I just had to mention that. But the winner, I would have to say, is NCT.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Okay, Warren.
Yeah. So first of all, I forgot NCT existed for some goddamn reason when I was choosing these.
Why?
I don't know.
Are we choosing NCT? Are you giving the award to the crew, or are you giving it to a part of the crew?
I would say I have to give it to the whole crew because them as a group.
Wow. I agree.
This whole year, you know, like.
Okay.
Yes, Warren.
Just think about all the things that happened this year. There was NCT, you know, the NCT 127 had their full release. You know, like they had regular, and then the repackaged version of that. NCT Dream had their comeback. We go up. Mark left NCT Dream. You know, there was what's it called? There was
let me list off the songs, right? So
there was Empathy.
NCTU had Boss and Baby Don't Stop. NCT 127 had Touch, Chain, Regular, Simon Says. NCT Dream had Go and We Go Up. And then NCT, I think it's 2018. I don't know what to call it, but they had Black on Black. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 songs this year.
That's fucking crazy to me. Like, you know, like it's like I got 2 full-length albums, I got a mini album, I got a couple singles. I'm like, what is this? What is this?
Yeah,
And every release date, fucking amazing. Blows my fucking mind.
That's true.
Holy shit.
That's
true.
true.
You know what I mean? Like, and then they ended with regular. I'm like, what a way to end the year. It's great. That's great.
No, yeah, I think that's justified. If you're gonna give it to the crew, I think it's justified.
I agree with that.
But for me, if I'm gonna pick like a subunit versus iKON, I just prefer iKON. But So that's your guy groups, Warren. What about your female award?
So this is actually difficult, right? Because I obviously listen to a lot more female group than guy groups. My two runner-ups were Red Velvet and Blackpink. That makes the winner really obvious. I gotta give it to Twice. Same reason Doug gave Twice the winner. But to focus on the runner-ups a little bit instead of talking about Twice, Red Velvet kind of let me down after Bad Boy. Power Up, I didn't like it. Really Bad Boy, I really didn't like it. Blackpink had one song, Ddu-Du. I'm like, that's not good. That's gonna cut it for me as like a group excellency award of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, but yeah, I could see that because they had such a big award, big song that I could see you put them as a runner up. But for me, it's like I just felt that Mamamoo put in so much more work, and that's what I rewarded.
Yeah, if I had to pick another runner up, it would definitely be Mamamoo.
Okay, but Anita, let me hear your winners for group excellency.
Okay, well, I feel like they're pretty similar, except I chose as male group excellency as 101. And I think the reason why, because I had runner-ups as iKON and NCT as well, probably leaning towards NCT more. But I chose 101 just because I think overall their popularity and just how the group was received has done a lot for like the produce fandom, and I feel like it really sets the stage for ISO1 coming up, and then the next male group that
Produce X 101.
Yeah, the
God,
next
that
one
name.
coming up. So I just feel like overall as a group and like what they did with the fandom and how it grew, I think they should get it. And then for female artists or female group, I had similar runner-ups. I had Red Velvet and Blackpink, but I think Twice has worked hard.
Yeah.
And I feel like they deserve it.
Twice has had I think when we're gonna look back in many years, I think people will say that 2018 Twice was like ridiculous year.
Yeah.
Like this is a legendary year.
Big.
Like this is a type of year you could make like a documentary film on how ridiculous their year was. There was no sleep, right?
Yeah.
Damn, but like I think all of those it's I think the good thing is that all these groups had great years, which just really
I
proved
agree.
the point that 2018 was a good. All right, so let's move on to our fourth award, our first Daesang, so first big award, Song of the Year. I'll start. I came down to 3 songs. It came down for me. The candidates I got down to were Blackpink's Ddu-Du, iKON's Love Scenario, Red Velvet's Bad Boy. Man, I love. Okay, I'm going to give this on what I think deserves Song of the Year, but my personal favorite song this year was Red Velvet's Bad Boy. Like that was my favorite song by far. But if I'm to give what I think deserves Song of the Year, I'm gonna give it to. Now I know iKON's Love Scenario was the most streamed song in Korea, but I think as a song, Blackpink's Ddu-Du should win it. So I'm going to award them the Daesang for Song of the Year. Oh, it pains me because I love all 3 songs so much, but that's what I'm going with. All right, Anita, what's your Song of the Year?
Love Scenario by iKON.
Hey, okay, you're covering my bases then.
Yeah, I got you covered.
Yeah, it was really a coin flip between those 2 songs. But, I feel that both of those songs, it's interesting because I did not like Love Scenario on first listen.
I didn't either. It's one of those things.
I was like, Love Scenario. I thought it was like too slow for them, right? Like, because I was used to iKON hype stuff. But then I started to see it becoming a viral thing. And then I saw the little kids walking around singing it.
Yeah.
And it's a very approachable song for all age groups, that song. Everyone, and it's a nice song. I think it's an absolute fantastic song. And then Ddu-Du, ultimate girl crush song. What do you like? That's what girl crush songs should be. But Warren, what is your Daesang for Song of the Year?
All right, so here's the thing, right? I had a couple runner-ups like y'all, which includes Ddu-Du and Love Scenario. So I'm gonna put that out there. My song of the year ain't Ddu-Du and Love Scenario. Partially because, again, I'm the type of guy who wants to who wants to look at like the whole picture more.
Mhm.
You know, like what's not always about what's popular, but what like I
Mhm.
think is what I define as a good song. So my runner-ups, including Love Scenario and Ddu-Du, also included Bbibbi by IU and What Is Love by Twice. But you know, I gotta give it to Red Velvet with Bad Boy.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah. I also kind of chose this one because I felt like we gotta cover the bases here. Like,
Bro,
like, come on.
I don't know why people don't think that's a legendary song, right?
It's a
It's a
great
fucking
song.
legendary
Oh
song.
my goodness. It's by far okay. So you know how I said Peekaboo's my favorite song like a while ago, right?
Uh-huh.
A couple episodes ago. I've been listening to Red Velvet's like whole discography on Spotify lately. It's like a 1 and 2 for me. It's crazy that Red Velvet, like, I think if I had to redo that top 10, it might be like 3 Red Velvet songs.
Damn.
Oh.
Like, I love Bad Boy, I love Peekaboo, and I love Bagamat.
Oh.
Those are like, Red Velvet just has the bangers, man.
Bro, it's
That's
crazy
true.
because especially with this song, right? Like up until this point and currently at the moment, I feel like Red Velvet kind of struggles between finding something that's popular, like something that's enjoyed by everybody, and then doing a little bit of experimental stuff. You know, like not they went too experimental with Rookie. They went too experimental with Really Bad Boy. Bad Boy hits it
agree.
right in the middle spot. It's just
Yeah.
experimental, but somehow it's pop. It's got the trendy who that boy sound. You know, like it's got everything. So you know, that's my song of the year.
Yeah, I would say like this is what I always think about Red Velvet. Oh no, this is how I think about Red Velvet, Twice, and Blackpink. Twice is the consistency, right? Like
Mhm.
they're always gonna get a 95 on the test, regardless of what's happening, right? Most likely. It's like Red Velvet's the group that they'll fluctuate between like an 80 and an 100 though. You know what I mean? Like you'll either get something that's ridiculous or something that's it's pretty good, not that tremendous though. And Blackpink, they'll come to some of the tests, but not all of them. But the ones they do come to, they get 100 on. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
They passed the class, yeah.
they're the kid who's okay to get a C average overall because you're gonna get either 100 or a 0. You know what I mean?
Wow.
It's a kid that doesn't come to class because he already has an internship at Facebook. You know, like that's kind of thing.
Exactly. That's Blackpink, right? So that's how I see the 3 groups. But all right. So song of the year. I'm happy all of my favorite songs were covered here. But let's move on to our Daesang, our big award, final award, Artist of the Year. Now, I'm looking at this list. I mean, the second one that's a runner-up, I assume, right?
Yes.
All right. I think it's obvious in all award shows that you got to give your Daesang
No.
Artist of
Why
the
don't
Year.
we count to 3 and then say it? All of us say it at the same time. Okay.
All right, there's gonna be hella lag and stuff,
All right,
but okay.
3, 2, 1.
BTS.
Hey! You know.
There's no way you can give this to anyone but BTS. Now I see Anita's
Yeah, me.
honorable mention here twice because of the amount of hustle they did this year.
Yes.
Right? Just the pure amount of workload they did. But I don't think anyone's done more to further K-pop as a genre this year
Right. Yep.
than BTS, based on a global market.
Yep.
Their concert tour, their comebacks, their presence on social media, the rise of Big Hit Entertainment as a billion-dollar company.
Mm-hmm.
All of that is attributed to BTS alone. Like, it's amazing because before they came out with like Dope and Fire, those types of songs, they weren't even that popular, right? Like people knew they were good, but they were definitely not as popular until like 2015. Like I Need You was the start of like the BTS movement.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing the amount of hard work they're willing to put in because clearly they're talented, right? And clearly Big Hit recruited the right kids. But it really proves that if you have the talent and you put in enough hard work, you'll make it, right? And I think everyone can see that. I'm so happy for them. I'm not the biggest BTS fan, but I'm really happy for them because they honestly deserve it.
I agree.
It's kind of crazy how big they're blowing up. Like I've seen people
Yeah.
compare them to Beatles, and I'm like,
It's pretty
Yep.
much just the Korean Beatles at this
I'm
point.
like, it's kind of
Mhm.
it's kind of the truth, and like it's not stopping anytime soon. It's getting bigger and bigger. We're probably gonna look back on this like 10 years later and be like, what was major in the American pop music industry? Oh, you know what? Those fuckers from Korea came about. You know, like that's gonna be a
No,
thing.
seriously.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. Like I'd walk around campus. For your
Mhm.
context, I live in America. I walk around campus in college, and then I start hearing random BTS songs played by white sorority girls.
Yep. I walked through Chinatown in
Crazy.
New York City, and then like, there's just random stores playing BTS, and I'm like, this is ridiculous.
That's great.
It's really crazy. Like, yeah, like I was passing by like a frat party, and I was hearing BTS in there. I was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Like, this ain't your like Asian frat, by the way. This is like. That was like this is like a random white frat. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on?
You know why I'm so proud of BTS? It's like, in the past, there's been efforts to break into the U.S. market, right?
Yeah,
Wonder
yeah.
Girls is the main example. We got that legendary JYJ Kanye West thing, right?
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
That was a
The
thing.
reason why I'm so proud of BTS is they have maintained their Korean identity in this.
Yeah.
They're like,
yes, I
we're a
agree.
K-pop group. We are not trying to be NSYNC or One Direction, right? We're not trying to be a Western group. We are a K-pop group. You can like us or not. And I think that's so genuine of them to do that. I think it's a smart business decision.
Mhm.
And it's great that they're being rewarded for, like, internationally people recognize, damn, they pretty good, right? Like,
Right.
that's what makes me proud of them. As a Korean person, it makes me very proud that they're doing that kind of stuff.
Now, on a musical level, right?
Mhm.
Looking at a lot of the songs BTS has put out. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of Fake Love and Idol. I'm not gonna lie. Just
Mhm.
Yeah.
Idol in
Mhm.
fact I think is like I really don't like the song. Like Fake Love, I'm like, all right, that's fine. Like, you know, like
I think 2016 was their best year.
I agree.
Uh-huh.
When they had Fire, Save Me, and Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
That was crazy.
I think that stretch was
All
the most
three.
Yep,
might
yep.
be one of the most ridiculous years ever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
was-
like that
just-
year was crazy.
I just hope next year, like, I like the songs they put out because they have the money, they have the popularity, they have the production team behind them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like they're not fulfilling their full potential yet with this discography. So
I hope
Mhm.
that next year. Well, how old are these kids? They have a couple years before they have to go to army.
all right,
But,
that's the thing. Yeah. Well,
I
shout out to,
wonder if 2019 will be a year like they've had in 2016, like a legendary year, right? Now that they're all eyes are on them, or it'll be just another 2018 where they're still successful, but they don't have like the mega hits again, right? It'll be something to
Yeah.
watch out for. But overall, I think we got to like hats off to BTS 2018, right?
Yep. Mhm.
They forwarded K-pop so much, and they carried the humongous torch of K-pop as a group.
yeah,
Yep.
I don't think I could say enough accolades for them for this year. Respect.
it's gonna be really
Mhm.
interesting where they go next year.
But yeah, so this is a bit of a shorter episode. So that's all we got. That this has been our
Yeah.
K-pop award show. It's good. Good to reminisce. Next week though, we have the Korean Hip Hop Awards by Warren
Yeah.
and Iris. So check out. It's going to be episode 21.5. Normally our 0.5 episodes are only on YouTube, but this is gonna go everywhere because we're not gonna have a regular episode, sort of like this one.
Mhm.
We'll be back on the second week of January. We're going to record and release then. So that release should be around January 10th, which is my birthday, or February or January 11th. Around then, we should be coming back with like a new format,
Ooh
new
la
things. We're
la.
going to try out some stuff. But it's been a really great year for K-pop. It's been really great doing this podcast with you guys. It's been a lot of fun.
Hey,
It's Christmas, so I hope you all get what you wanted for Christmas, or you gave out great presents. Sometimes giving's better than
Mhm.
receiving gifts, right?
my family doesn't celebrate
Yes.
Christmas or Christmas.
That's unfortunate.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Yeah, happy holidays. Yeah, this has been SojuTalk, the weekly shot of K-pop. Please download us, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. It's been a great year. I'm excited to see y'all in 2019. So bye, everyone.
One more thing before you leave.
One more thing. Whoa.
One more thing. I'm thinking about changing up the theme song next year since we're like changing up the format a bit. If you're a big fan of the current theme song and don't want it to be changed, leave a comment down below. I'm sure I will not change it if that happens.
Yeah.
Even if there's one guy who comments down, they're like, I like the theme song. I'm not gonna change it. This is just
Leave a comment down below. And if you're listening to a podcast and you're not on YouTube, you could always email us at SojuTalk Podcast at gmail.com. Once again, SojuTalk Podcast, all one word, at gmail.com. And let us know. Give us some
feedback.
It's been a great year, man. I've never listened to so much K-pop. I bet you all listen to even more next year, but we'll see y'all next year, 2019.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.